I'm gonna get going. Our first speaker. Okay, good. I just want to make sure you're back. Yeah, you're good? No, you're gonna just click you on. Is Miss Rose Weinberg. Has anybody ever heard of Rose before? You guys will all know of Rose in a couple of minutes. You know, I said to her, when I first started talking to her, I said, Rose, I really need you to come up here and be funny. She's like, I don't do funny. I said, yeah, you do. You're naturally funny. So I wrote, she's a comedian. Anybody read that she's a comedian? I heard some people walked up to her like, I heard you're the comedian. She's like, I guess so. So after she's done, you can let me know if she was funny or not, okay? So then I know how to promote her for the next time we get together. She is the president of the Feel Good Company, Inc., founder, CEO, and chair of Project BMON, which I'm sure she's going to talk about. Reiki Energy Organization, an organization which is committed to donating Reiki-attuned blankets to people with cancer worldwide. Rose is a published author and published her first book, Go Forward, How My Obsession with Illness Became My Passion for Health, published in 2005, and her new book released, The Feel Good Life. So how about I just stop talking and let's bring you up so that you can actually do your magnitude and do some good things here. So are you ready? Yeah, I'll turn you on.
Bring it on, good girl. So, that was a great way to introduce me. All the things that I do. I do a lot of things, but really I break it down to one thing. I help people to feel good, and I do this in many different ways, but I'm inspired to be here as part of my purpose in life, and I'm going to get into that. So, yes, I'm Rose A. Weinberg, and I say the A because there's other Rose people with Jewish last names that are out there speaking, and I want to make sure you know it's me when I'm coming. So the A is to let you know that it's me. Number one, I was introduced to a homeopath who did energy balancing. I didn't know what that meant, but I went because I was desperate. Number two, I went for a facial one day, and this lovely lady says, can I do Reiki on you? I said, I don't know, but you got about 10 minutes before I bolt off this table, so do something. The third thing that opened up for me was I kind of got rid of eating the drinking the double coffees. When I I changed up my nutritional habits and I was starting to feel really good, I decided to go back to school many years ago. I've been practicing now. I graduated about 14 years ago, so the last 13 years I really built into being an expert in health and wellness because I lived it. I sat in that seat. I want to teach you the fifth thing that happened to me. And ever since I discovered this, everything, anywhere, wherever I go, whatever I do, I can use this, and I want to teach it to you. And it's called breathing. So anybody here, before I get into my little demo, anybody here ever suffer from any kind of stress? I like that. I like the laugh. I want you to think about a spelling mistake as your unedited self. So what does that mean? It means that there's a light that shines within all of us. And that light is our creativity. Think about that as a spelling mistake. How's that sound? Great. Right? Thank you all. Thank you for
Thanks very much for having me, and that wasn't much of an introduction.
tell them about you.
No, I'm not good. I'll tell them later.
Okay.
Today's presentation that I had picked was based on the concept of love. Are we able to love somebody if they have hurt us, or they've stolen or lied to us, or mistreated us? I pose that to you. Can we? Do we?
We can.
All the time?
Maybe not all the time, but we can.
We can, but a lot of times we don't stand in that. We stand in the, okay, you give me this, I'll give you that. It's an exchange, a trade-off. We talk about it, we see it in movies, and yet we go back to our homes and we love from the mind as opposed to the heart. There's no flow to it. Life is full of a drama, like a reality TV show. We just feel unbalanced. You accept people for the things you might not agree with them. They might be doing something that you totally disagree with, but you understand that this is where they are in their life, and it's the lessons that they need to learn. And this is my favorite: be the love you long to receive. Thank you.
Get everybody to come back in here. Mark Gordon's on. And if you guys don't know him, like, you should know him. He's got props and everything here.
Colleen, announce that the wine is free.
We have a sale on wine. It's free right now for the next 30 seconds if you get in here and get in the wine line. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Mark Gordon.
Good evening, my name is Mark Gordon, and we have a room full of business owners, don't we? Yes, if you look in the mirror every morning and the boss is staring back at you, and guys, I don't mean your wife is standing behind you. If you see your boss staring at you in the mirror every morning, let's see it. Everybody, always, yes. And the buck stops with you, right? It does. So, a lot of people ask me, why am I calling this presentation this close? And I give this presentation probably a dozen or so times a year to various groups. I'm going to tell you at the end why this presentation is called this close. But first, I want to learn a little more about you guys. So a quick question, show of hands. How many of you, when you were a little kid, and somebody went up to you and asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up, how many of you said the profession that you're doing right now? Why? Because I provided something that they valued. And every one of you here, that applies to you as well. Think about those customers, those clients that treat you really well, that pay you on time, that heed your advice, that look to you as a respected source of information in your industry. And then think about the other ones that always cause you problems. They're slow to pay, they're demanding. Think about who values what you do the most. And what's important is that you surround yourself with those that value what you do. I walked away from clients who didn't get it. I walked away from suppliers who were demanding. I walked away from competitors that would use unscrupulous ways to undercut you or go around you. Sometimes walking away is not giving up. You don't give up by choice, but walking away is a choice. And sometimes it's the right choice. And that's why I was always this close, because I felt that I had never quite succeeded. But when I look back, I realized that I had succeeded. That everything I did, I gave it my all, and I succeeded. I really did, because when I look at what I could have done, or perhaps what I should have done, everything made sense. Okay, I couldn't have done better. I did the best I could with what I had. Be it the money, the skills, the knowledge, the experience, and that's all any of you can do, is live for today. You can't say, I would do better 5 years from now because I'll be 5 years smarter. I'll be 5 years wealthier. Leave it, then leave that bar there until you've reached it, or else you will spend your whole life being this close. Thank you.
Okay, so let's give away Karen's, is it a wrap? And we got some, yeah. Perfect. But thank you guys again for being here. See you later.